Hello everyone, this is Richard, and in this video I'm going to be starting a new series. So basically, this is a medieval town that I started working on a long time ago, and then I got C.M. Brockman to help a little. He built this house here, and this house as well, and gave some suggestions to like build this kind of wall here, and add the river and stuff. So I've decided to make this a series where I'll do like regular updates on my channel on this build, and hopefully eventually then I'll release it when I finish it, and you guys can then download it and try it out. I'm thinking about turning it into an SG map eventually. I'll just make it a little bigger, maybe expand that island, and it'll be an SG map, because it's already fairly big, but I don't think it would be big enough for an SG map. And here, I just wanted to go do a little quick tour around it, because I've done a lot of terraforming to make it look this way. Though there was also a base seed that kind of gave me the first bit I wanted to start out with. So it's kind of an island. We have this little river here that goes through, and then I made another river here that cuts through it. So it's basically surrounded by water on all sides. And over here, this kind of river merges through with this river and there. And I pretty much had to use World Edit to do a lot of this build because it was quite hard to do it otherwise. And then we have over this area, we have this section, and this is another river that goes through it, and then kind of, I'm probably thinking about turning this into eventually a full-fledged river as well that goes through here. And then I had to use World Edit to pretty much completely terraform this and bring it down. As you guys can see, I haven't actually done that with this part yet, because originally this was all one chunk of land, and so I was actually I split this up and put flowed water through it, and then used World Edit to terraform it. And then we added another river here that kind of just goes through it, and then at this point we have like bridges that divide it, and this kind of makes a whole different section of the island. So this is actually, I'm thinking about doing, is going to be like one person's entire chunk of land is the idea. Like it would be a farmer who owns, say, a mine over here, which there's a mine, and then he'll have a huge farm and like a manor, and I just think that would be cool, kind of have like a area that's owned by just one person. And I actually want to show you guys this mine real quick, because CM did a lot of work. CM Brockman, who's a YouTuber who was on Gold Guild, he did a lot of work on this and actually built this whole mine and like decked it out, and it looks really awesome. I don't know, it'll be pretty cool if this gets turned into an SG map and people actually find this mine and like explore it. And it might even be cool to like continue it onward. And the pretty cool thing is also the river above here actually flows into the mine. Luckily, with all the rails and stuff, when we were building it, we didn't know it was going to hit it. So luckily with all the rails, they're all back there, and so it came in there and not like here. Otherwise that would have been a pretty big issue. So this episode, or I guess you could say, it's more of an update video. I'm probably going to start work on this part here and maybe start working on making like a manor and a farm. And of course this is going to be lots of different episodes, and this episode and each of them are going to be filled with lots of different cuts, which will mostly just be updates. So this could kind of be just an update driven series, so you guys can kind of follow along in my progress. I might build occasionally on camera, but unlike my Lord of the Rings series where I'm always trying to do everything on camera, this is pretty much going to be the exact opposite. It's where I'm going to be trying to just do updates. And I'll probably try and get one of these out once a week is my hope, and just as I do various updates, or as I make like progress throughout the week, I'll record an update video. So that's pretty much the introduction to the series. So I'll do the first little bit of work on this, and then I think I'll show you guys what I did. So I'll be back. Alright everyone, so I'm back, and I'm just going to show you guys what I built. So basically I created this manor looking structure. It doesn't blend in with the rest of these buildings, but I wanted to actually keep it a little different. So we have some brick and we have some stone. Since this is medieval, it's supposed to be, I figured I didn't want to use brick everywhere. I wanted to break it up a little because brick wasn't really used that much in medieval times. And we have mostly wood for the columns here as well, and then a wood outline around. And I used wool here. I may change it to hay to match with like the thatched roofs that I have in the other places, but I wanted to get some of you guys' suggestions, which is why I want to try and only do a few things per video, just so that you guys can suggest and give me some ideas for like changes to make or other things to do. But I did want to do a few things on camera real quick, so this isn't so short and isn't just a small series of updates. So I wanted to try and add some other things just to make this look a little better. Like I wanted to add some trap doors around. Oh, I didn't know they added iron trap doors in 1.8, but I wanted to add some wooden trap doors around here, which, whoops, I always press the Q button, will look like shutters basically, and then, because I think that'll look good. And if we put those all the way around, that should look pretty cool. And I was thinking about adding some half slabs and then maybe some flowers or something on them that, let's see, maybe the birch would look good. I think the birch looks good. So we could add some of those there and put flowers on it just to give it a little more detail, because I don't want to make this such a like boxy traditional looking build. That's mainly what the columns were for, was to kind of keep it from looking boxy and also having this part come out here. I wanted to figure out how to do the double half slabs or the double slabs of stone, but I couldn't figure out how to do that in 1.8. So if you guys know how, like, the command to get those, please tell me, because that would be pretty cool, I think. And so yeah, I guess we'll just continue going around here and just revamping that. I guess for the ones that are this long, it doesn't really make sense to do that, so add them here. And these are actually going to wind up being right next to each other, so I'll only put them in the middle here, just so that there's some variation. And we'll add our slabs here. I guess we could also add some slabs though on these 3 wide ones and some 2 wide. That's why, again, I made these all different kind of widths in the windows to kind of keep it looking a little different. And then on the back here I actually did full 3 high windows. So I think next update I'll try and do some interior here, because I'm trying to make sure every build I do on this is actually pretty detailed. That'll look interesting. Maybe we'll do some shutters here, which could like dual as the shutters on both sides there. And yeah, I want to make every kind of build I do here have both detail on the inside and the outside. I just don't want to like make it so that there's no detail once you walk in. So obviously this is probably going to take a fairly long time to make this build, because I really want to do it well. But I figure if I can release a really good quality medieval looking town and do a YouTube series on it, I think that would be pretty cool, even if it takes a while. So we'll just finish up. Wasn't going to do one on 3 wide. Won't do it on that 2 wide, but we'll at least add that there and those there. Let me make sure I did it on the other side as well. And the other thing I wanted to do was just work on the path, and I was probably going to do a path similar to this style path here with kind of a mix. So I'll just clear the inventory and do that, and ignore that chat. That's actually from a different server I was on. I don't know why Minecraft 1.8 keeps chat across multiple servers. It's kind of weird, but the client for some reason stores it in memory and doesn't reset it when you go to a different server. So I'm just going to kind of use the middle mouse button to get all these different things here. If you guys don't actually know how I'm doing that, is the middle mouse button you press. It's like the scroll wheel basically. You press down on that and you can pick blocks while in creative. So we'll just work on this here. I think I'll have to do a little bit of changes here to make that look a little easier, like that. And I guess we'll start here. So you want to, so basically CM helped me with a lot of these paths and got a good style for it, because it kind of allows you to break them up and not just make them so bland looking of all the same thing. And makes it more realistic, because in real life paths are, especially they're kind of worn and walked on a lot, don't look like all the same material. So we use some andesite to break it up. You know, the thing we never pulled actually from here, and I assume we used it here. Actually we didn't seem to. Yeah, well, there. Cobblestone. We never grabbed it in cobblestone. So I'll add that there. Probably go well here. It's a different material. And we'll kind of just keep on mixing these materials around so that it doesn't look the same everywhere. Now there's some andesite already there. I guess I could add some cobble. And we'll add some more of the polished andesite. There's, I guess, some gravel there. We'll add the non-polished andesite, some stone. But yeah, I think this is actually a really cool path-looking style, because it doesn't keep it so... It doesn't keep it all the same material, and that's really the important thing. Like, that's why I try to vary these materials here. I don't know, I'm not the best builder, so I probably shouldn't be the one giving, like, tons of building tips. But I'm sure for beginner builders, these are definitely helpful tips. And it's definitely stuff that's helped me improve my builds. Also, another thing you don't always want in your builds, I mean, occasionally you do, but you don't always want it, is symmetry. Because if you have, like, symmetry across all your builds, it doesn't always look that great, because it's so regular, it becomes predictable. And you don't always want stuff predictable. That's why you have different things like the shutters, or even this part that kind of keeps it from being symmetrical. or like having different length windows so that it's different there. I mean, the stuff I built on the server are these houses over here, that house over there, the watchtower, this wall. CM built this and that, and the mine, and I made that windmill over there. Probably seen my tutorial on actually how to do that. And I also made the watchtower over there. So you can actually tell there is a pretty big distinct difference between his building style and my building style. And I think his is probably in some ways definitely better. And I'm trying to learn from that slowly and implement it in my builds. But I think at this point it's still good in that it doesn't look like, actually I don't think our styles are that conflicting, which is important when you're having multiple things on the same map to make sure that it doesn't look like they conflict with each other. So we'll kind of build, I'm just going to actually kind of destroy some of the ground here so that I can kind of get a good outline of where it's going to go. And I'm sorry I haven't been able to upload many videos lately. I was pretty busy, and then I was away from my computer. And I've also been doing some freelance programming on the side to try and earn some money to save up for some things. Because YouTube barely makes me any money, so I have to try and get money other ways if I want to like improve my setup and save up for various things. So wow, that was pretty bad. We do not want that much cobblestone there. So add, or even that. I guess we can put some andesite there, break it up. Some andesite there. I don't know, I was just like in fill-in mode. Just tried to fill everything in real quick. But yeah, that's looking pretty good so far. I guess we should probably have something there to match up with it. And put some cobble there. But yeah, this pathway to it is looking pretty good so far. Guess we can just finish it up. And then I will probably end the video here. Let's do that. And then some gravel there. And then some andesite again to break it up. Some more stone, because that's different. And also the polished stuff looks better, like the polished andesite, as the borders. I've noticed, because it makes it look like it's kind of the innards of the inside of the path is broken down, but the borders are still mostly there. So like that might actually be better to go like here and here. And then you might want to, I might want to put some andesite here and some cobble there. And that, yeah, that gives it more of an outline to it, and I think it looks pretty good. But you don't want like a complete outline to it. You want it broken up somewhat. And that is a lot of gravel there, so we're actually going to add some more andesite there. And I'll do that there. I'll kind of put that there. Maybe kind of break it up again with some andesite here. Some cobblestone, maybe just some regular stone. And the one thing I haven't really used much at all is some cracked. And actually that'll look pretty good there, I think. So let's just fill this in. Put some more cracked in there. And there, I think that looks pretty good. We've got a good, I think, 4 wide pathway all the way across here. It also kind of varies with the terrain. And I might just put some torches around it real quick. And in the future, I'll try and make these videos a little longer. But again, as I said earlier, I don't want to do too much per video because I want you guys to have some stuff to give some feedback on so that I can work on making the next video kind of take your suggestions and input. And hopefully I'll get some suggestions and input. Maybe the next video we'll do some of the interior of this. As I said, we might also start like working on a farm here. Obviously the series is going to take a while, but I think it's going to be pretty cool, the final result. And those paths look pretty good. So we're actually going to add some torches just to this path real quick. Just maybe to the sides. And I'll actually add some andesite there, because that looks better. Put some torches just on the edges of the path. Because it makes sense that you'd have like your town lit up with some torches in places. And I might actually light one, put one right here in front of the house. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. So thanks for watching. Be sure to give some suggestions. Leave a like if you think the series is going to be pretty cool and want to continue watching. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Richard out.